Oh, see, can you see by the early light was so heralded by light as the last gleaming was bright, who brought me us fire for the rapid we were in this dreamland, and the rocket's red glare, bomb bursting in air, gave to the night that the stars were still there, all silver yet wave, and the home of the free.
As I scroll through my timeline and look at the cringe, I take a look at the tweets and I seek sweet revenge. Cause I've been laughing and trolling so long that even the dime boy thinks that my mind is gone. But Greg ain't ever crossed a fam that didn't deserve it. He be treated like a pup, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and who you're stalking, or you and your stands might be lined and blocked. I really hate the trip, but I gotta look as I joke. I see myself in the Twitter smoke, fool. I'm the kind of micro little hilters wanna be like on my knees in the night. Pray to Micah in the set light. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the stream, so I gotta be down with the stream team. Too much theory watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated goon with Gator on my mind. Got my micro in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out hilter, set edge and banger, and my lawyer's down, so don't arouse my anger, fool. Man ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 39 now, but will I live to see 45? The way things is going, we gon' thrive. Get it in the mic, micro and the gated. Won't have to come and get this. Ooh, everybody's running, but life of them ain't looking. We got Don in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. Ooh. They say I gotta burn, but Pope's here to preach 7. If they can't understand it, how can they reach heaven? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they cunts. That's why I know my wife is out of fucks.
Man, damn. I was going to start this with a Butcher's Boy poem, but I didn't get to the music fast enough. But I guess I can say this, first of all. Last night, I had a dream that I had to piss so bad. So unbelievably bad. I swear to God I was going to wake up with piss. It's like one of those dreams where you go to piss, you have to piss in the dream, and you're pissing actively in the dream. And it's like somewhat relieving, but not really at all. It's like this unlimited piss. And then you actually stop pissing at some point in the dream because I think your mind tells you, well, there's no way you'd be pissing this long logically, right? But after you're done, you still have to piss. It's like nothing happened. You made no progress at all. Eventually you wake up normally with piss in the bed. Thankfully, hasn't happened to me yet in my adulthood, but I'm coming close, guys. Seriously. I'm coming real close.
I hope we get another update next live stream we do, which possibly could be next week if we hit a goal today.
Right.
Aspirational goal.
We'll see.
Come on, guys. I believe in you guys. I think we have some fun streams lined up because right now we've just finished episode 10 of season 1 of Game of Thrones. So we might take a little break from reviewing the episodes each week, but we're not going to take a break from streaming itself. So
correct.
Glad to be back. Final episode. Did it hold up for you rewatching it? Overall thoughts real quick, and then I have some announcements.
I thought it was pretty good. Like this was one of the few episodes this season where I thought that even Essos things that were happening, I was interested in. You know, I knew it was going to happen, of course, but I was relatively interested in what happened. Honestly, the last episode, dude, with Ned Stark, you know, getting the forbidden circumcision, right?
Yeah. Take a little
It
off
was
the top.
such, he took a little off top, not too much. It was such a good scene. And then this episode starting with the aftermath of that scene, just like the play with the silence and the crowd noise and all that stuff. It was just so cinematic and good. It set up a good time for the episode, I think. I don't have a lot of complaints.
Yeah, it's great. And imagine watching that week to week, though, and you had to wait a whole week. Or if they just would have ended it
Yeah.
right there. I mean, they kind of ended, you know, not a lot resolves after this. So you have episode 10, and then you have to wait a whole season. It's funny because my wife, when she watched it, she had to wait the whole, or actually she got to binge it all. And it's funny enough, she thought Ned was going to die because she heard all the spoilers for it. She's like, yeah, this guy dies at the Red Wedding. I know that comes later. I'm like, yeah, you're right. The Red Wedding does come later.
Yeah. Right.
And she's like, no, he wasn't supposed to die. And I'm like, wasn't that cool? She goes, no, it wasn't cool. I was like, shut the hell up. Ooh.
This is why me and Don are both getting divorced soon. So
Yes.
yeah, stay tuned. If we get enough donations, we'll live stream it.
Live stream our divorces, serving our papers to our wives, and me and you getting married. That's
Finally.
that's the dream.
That's what
Finally.
the viewers have been asking for.
But we have a quick few couple announcements. That makes sense, right? Quick few couple announcements.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
Sure. We have new art by, what was her name again?
Liba.
She is on Twitter. Someone can drop her link, or Spaceweb, you can drop me her link, and I'll put it in the chat here for her Twitter, I think. So you can commission art from her. But this is the new Small Council official art based off where everyone's situated right now. So, you know, we get these updated every once in a while, but you can see Christian over there with only coins, no more Hand of the King. We got that for Rizzler over to the right.
Yes,
it looks
beautiful.
good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. We're always looking for new art, obviously, but this is definitely good for now. We appreciate whenever you guys do that. It's always nice to have free, what do you want to say? Whatever, services offered to us for free. In fact, you guys pay us to show it on stream, and we appreciate that. Space Pope, like you asked him for the link to the artist. That's Space Pope working for us. For free, and we appreciate that, Space Pope. You're a good guy.
Do you notice that? Do you notice at the tapestry right there, right underneath the crab? You see, it's the butcher's boy.
Yeah, I see it.
It's so funny.
This is a castle, and there are tapestries. Right, Last Crusade. Thank you. Hold your applause, everybody.
And then if you guys didn't see already, we made a community post about it, but we rebranded our Star Wars channel to be.
Didn't last long, did it, guys?
Yeah, well, listen, because there's not a lot of Star Wars content coming out, and we didn't want to just be kind of clawing at the bottom of the barrel like we kind of are with Game of Thrones content right now, because there's nothing brand new, and there's not a lot of people talking about it. We could talk about Game of Thrones all day, but, you know, where are we going to get the, the whatever higher engagement and get the word out? And, you know, ideally want to do this full time, but the only way we can do that is with more exposure. And the only way you're getting your Ned Stark, what if he had a fully loaded handgun, is if we get enough, what do we say, 30K?
Yeah, 30K subscribers. So it's coming up pretty quick. And also this Villain Lawyers channel, this lets us be shitsters, you know, to a certain extent, which we like to do on this channel as well. And this is the type of thing that we will never get sick of. You know, on this channel, we kind of have to scrape for content sometimes because we're trying to balance this a lot of the time too. Like there's some good what ifs we have planned, but we can't use them right now because there's no content coming out. So we don't want to like blow our load and then like when all the viewership returns, we're just kind of putting out duds, right? So it's kind of a pain in the ass to just be isolated to Game of Thrones all the time. So this will help us expand a little bit. Plus, we had a certain YouTuber in the community call us out and be so disgruntled by how we defend certain people in the fictional universe of A Song of Ice and Fire. So that's dude, come on. I mean, how easy is that to respond to? You don't like that we do that? Let's only do that.
Yeah. I think we're better lawyers than a lot of people here on YouTube, you know?
Yeah, just to say the least.
Hey, you have to. I mean, this is a fun little game. Like, hey, you got to find in defense of some person. And the one we did find, or we did do, was Lex Luthor, because the new Superman movie's coming out. So, yeah, check it out. We'll send you a link at the end of the stream. Otherwise, it's in our comments. I think it's most recent, or most recent community post.
Yes,
on our
and
channel.
do us a favor at the end of this stream. Just click on this. Click on this video right here. We're gonna link it. Let it play in the background. Turn it on mute if you don't want to hear us anymore. You're sick of us after the stream, but give us the views, please, and thank you. I'm gonna read some super chats here before we go into the episode. If you're done with announcements, there, Don Boy.
I am done. I'm officially done.
Thank you. Space Pope, $5. Mary Maz, thick victory lap, goated yacht of the grasses. Dude, she does. She is goated. I didn't remember how like calm and collected she is through this whole thing too, dude. She just drops it in Daenerys' throat, dude. She just drops it in there, no mercy. I loved every second of it.
I did too. I actually loved it more than you. And actually, lie. There's one more announcement, and I made an announcement, but
There we go.
we have the pinned comment is the unofficial Discord.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can get unofficial access to us and other Hilters. But it's a great time in there. Space Pope runs it, and if anything happens, it's Space Pope's fault.
Yes. Our accountability guy. Space Pope, $5. So few likes. Get out, all of you. Oh, yeah. Dude, I love this line out of nowhere. It's just so fun. Get out, all of you. Not you. it's just like so dramatic, but it's funny. Not you, Gator. Hey, thanks, Space Pope. Appreciate that. I get to stay. Godhand 42, $5. Miri Maz dump truck. One Dubnaris and the doth grapey horde. Yes. Although, see that. Well, whatever. We'll talk about it when that scene comes. But that didn't make any sense. Why is she like trying to gather a horde when she's about to go? Self-delete. Space Pope, $5. You should not have been late. It was not kingly of you. If I catch a whiff of another delay, heads, spikes, walls, in that order.
I'm not. Yeah, that order's fine. I'm trying to think if you could do it a different way, but
no, yeah, you kind of nailed it there, Space Pope. We look like idiots trying to mess with that. Why are hilts hurt? Why not Glidis or Quinn the Game Master? You're my king. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. I'm not sure what this means. It's kind of cryptic, but
the Game Master sounds pretty cool. We'll think about it.
How do we become the Game Master? Marcos Garcia. Breaking news: there is no Littlefinger client list. It's times like this. I wish we had a political channel so I could just go off a little bit. But hey, I'm actually really happy about this. So spoiler alert. Maybe we can talk about it in the Discord or whatever. But
yeah,
the
Discord,
real life, the real life news from today. I'm very happy about it actually. So, Till Schick. No update means we are assuming it happened. That's our logic, right?
True. I agree.
Godhand 42, $10. Need John Condom collab stream with Quinn the GM. He thinks he's gay. You must reveal the truth that he's just revealing Aegon's Aegon's tensions. He's in law school. Yeah. Hence, villain lawyers.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He has to remind you every video, Yes. Imagine if I reminded everybody in every video that I have a son due in less than or about a month from now. And just every time.
It might start to make you think it's not true. Wouldn't you think?
I definitely have sex with my wife. And I'm
nice
kid.
try. Nice try. Space Boat. I'm a micro boy and I'm willing to sub. Thank you. We do need a sub, honestly. Me and Don are always battling it out for sub. But if we could have one like definitive written in stone sub, then that gives us one less thing to fight about. So
that's true. Thank you. That'd be much appreciated because it is a race to the bottom, me and you.
It's a race to the bottom. Jesse the Fool, member for 11 months. Love y'all use a lot of Lex from the DCAU. Big fan. I mean, yeah, that's honestly full disclosure. That's total laziness, kind of. That's the one we grew up with, so we knew the most about it, of course. I mean, we're comic guys too, but at least for me, much more so Marvel comics. Like I read some DC, nowhere near as much as Marvel. So
it's also just hard any comic book character to do a full analysis of unless you want to go so deep into it. So we kind of picked, I think it was after Crisis, right? We picked Lex a little bit.
Crisis,
yeah. Even that is, there's just so many things and feel like you'd be there all day, but whatever. I'm gay and stupid. So,
Chuck, what's up, buddy boy? Oh, remember this guy? He was building our favorite word in the comments. Naughty boy. Save it for the Discord, Chuck. Who called you out? Who's the Saul Goodman of Game of Thrones? Well, let him know in the chat.
Chuck. Yeah, Chuck. Well, yeah, check out the chat. But you should be on Twitter. You'd see all of it.
Yeah, you'd see the drama.
And the Discord. If you check out the Discord more, you can get
I'm sure
get the full details in there where we plan and organize. Good Hilters stick together.
Yes. Brendan P. Like the stream before I piss myself. Immediately. Thank you very much. Marcos Garcia, in defense of Epstein, win. Well, I could defend Epstein in certain ways, but overall, a little difficult. I could defend. There's one thing. I'm not going to bring it up here, but there's one thing that I do legitimately defend Epstein on. Space about $5. Even I write better songs than that bard. He didn't deserve fingers or tongue. Dude, that song fucking ruled. That song was awesome.
His heart wasn't in it, so I wasn't even listening to it. I was just like, I hate this guy. Oh
no, he's a genius. Brew Maestro, member for 6 months. You are the greatest legal minds I've ever known. Just wait till this channel kicks off, man. We'll get our legal speech going here eventually. We got to ease into it though.
Oh, I know. Me and Gator were contemplating because we will text back and forth. We'll just do stupid bits. Like even this weekend, we're doing some stupid bit, being like over the top sincere with one another, going back and forth. Right. I showed my wife. I'm like, see, no one's there to enjoy this but us. But we're doing this bit back and forth. But yeah, we love saying like, Your Honor, objection.
Yeah, strike that from the record. If it pleases the court, stupid stuff.
Permission to approach the bench.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't want to sidetrack too much, but last thing, do you remember that one time we were in the comments of some post on Facebook and we tried to recover this?
Yes.
How would you describe that?
Like we were doing like slam poetry back and forth to each other. We're like, build the wall that will crumble down upon us, as King Charles Sausage Fingers once said. Like it's stuff like that. just like nonsense going back and forth.
All right. Well, as entertaining as I'm sure that all is for you guys who are there with us the whole time, we should go into the episode now. And I will do a prayer for the Butcher's Boy in a little bit. It's short, but I wrote it during the intro. So that's for you guys.
Love doing bits in the comments. But you guys should do it on all of our videos too. The more engagement, the better. The more we're happy. Just know that we're behind the scenes smiling as me and Gator wish we were on bottom.
Right. That's right.
All right. So getting to the beginning of this episode, we, like you said, we resume where Ned Stark was executed, and you see Yorn taking, or Yoren, I should say, because it's basically like the male version of Lauren with a Y and
correct,
not an L. Which, if your name's Lauren, can you just unsubscribe from the channel real quick?
Yeah, we hate all male Laurens, and we're not that big of fans of female Laurens either. So
yeah, can we do a Lauren tier list?
Yeah, I get they're all going to be an F tier.
Yeah.
One tier, single tier.
But this crowd, they're hyped up after Ned's death, and you're like, oh, they're so evil. But in defense of the crowd here, they just heard the hand of the king orchestrate the death of not only King Robert, or I don't know if he admitted to that, but also but he did admit to trying to set up a coup to take Joffrey's power, and now he admitted, and he gets the death penalty. So, I mean, if I'm the crowd, I'm loving this. Screw this guy.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. I'm a patriot. I'm honoring my country. They got this guy to confess. I have this new suave king. He's beautiful. He's golden. He's shiny. He's beautiful. Dude, yeah, off with his head. Circumcision. Plus, he's a Neanderthal from the north, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, you're in the crowd. You're like, I knew it. I knew as soon as I heard Robert was getting Ned Stark, this was going to happen. I called it.
Some 300-year-old cult, some messed up religion that do the exact opposite that you're supposed to do. It's we're pious worshipers of the seven down here, and they do this. Oh, if the seven tells you not to murder, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna murder because secretly sinning is what liberates the light and brings us salvation. That's how they believe in the north. So if I'm from the south, they're gonna go. They gotta go.
Yeah. What'd you think of Yoren's aggressive communicating with Arya instead of being like, hey, listen, I'm going to be perfectly clear with you. You're going to pretend to be a boy, and we're going to go up north, and I'm going to bring you back to your mom or your family. But you have to pretend to be a boy this entire time. Instead, he just goes, listen here, boy. Shut up, boy. It's like, dude, just be 100% clear with
Yeah, Arya's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm a girl. What are you saying? I know you. It's like, yeah, dude, it's like crazy. Assuming a little much. Listen, if this was like Gendry or somebody's like 18, like 16, whatever, makes a little more sense. You could assume there's some like mental fortitude there to fall back on, but it's just not the case here. I don't know why he has to take this approach. It's like, just calm down, dude. Chill out.
If he was if he was hearing like a bunch of, or if he was like still in the crowd, like in the thick of it, and he had to say boy over and over again, that makes sense because he can't just, hey, you are Arya Stark, the daughter of Ned Stark, and I'm going to take you back up north to Winterfell. Like that makes more sense to me why he has to be kind of like undercover a little bit with his speech being like, hey, I'm going to make it kind of cryptic here. But they're clearly in an alleyway where no one else is around. He could whisper this to her.
Oh, yeah. But also later on, like shortly after this, when they're walking down the alley, like actively walking down it, and we see people in the foreground or whatever, we can hear Yoren, a.k.a. Urine, call back to my dream. We hear him tell Arya, like, given they don't know who Arya is or whatever, but as they're walking down to join the other recruits for the wall, Yorn clearly and vocally says, like, oh yeah, half these guys were about to go down would turn you over to the crown for a pardon, as if that's like a small reward. And it's like, right. Who is this? Who is this? I want to turn her over to the crown immediately. If these like people who are on death row are going to get a pardon, and that's like small potatoes compared to what they could get for turning this person over, I'm about to do it lickety split.
Yeah, I'm definitely turning them over without a second hesitation to it. But yeah, he doesn't really communicate anything else to her other than like just don't pee in when people can see around. Oh yeah, do you want to pull up that comment?
Yeah, dude, this guy Acheron cracked the code here. Urine. Oh, I knew it, dude. Yes,
they're all connected.
They're all the same. Should have known that one. Thank you for that. That is the deepest lore, as you say. Thank you.
But the scene's not the worst. It kind of bothered me that the communication there was just not that clear. But the next, we're just gonna go all within King's Landing here. So all the events in King's Landing, then we'll move to another part, like how we did the last couple episodes. The next King's Landing scene we get is of the Bard, who I don't like. I think his song sucks, and I wasn't even listening to it because his heart wasn't in it at all. He's just so.
Well, that's the only problem with him. His song was fucking great. If he had belted it out and performed it like I know he did at the tavern, he wouldn't have been killed or hurt at all. He wasn't killed.
Yeah, that's like a song that maybe the words, like when you do an unplugged version, you're like, oh wow, this is actually a pretty deep song. Like Bring Me a Higher Love, like that song when it's unplugged, you're like, oh, pretty some kind of deep stuff. Not deep, but deeper than like the pop song it is. So when you actually hear it in its original version, you're like, okay. Sounds good. But this, he doesn't have his heart in it. It doesn't sound good unplugged. No. He needs the whole production. He needs to be belting it out.
And I'm sure he had other people with him, like a whole ensemble, like an upright bass style thing. Don't forget Sandok the Shadow, the legend Sandok the Shadow, great upright bass player. Instruments literally bigger than him. You need to have that difference. More frequencies added. I don't blame him. He's got stage fright. He's never been alone on a stage. Plus, what kind of musician is playing for like a crowd in front of you, who's one higher than you? It's usually reversed. Not only that, you have like a eye level crowd behind you. What's going on here, man? No wonder he's sitting down. He's got to cover his sacred holes.
Oh yeah. I just think, if you guys ever want to perform for some person, make sure you actually have some confidence here. If this was, can you imagine if this was American Idol? He would not make it past the first round for sure, right?
No, yeah, he wouldn't be going to Hollywood at all.
Yeah, no, get the hell out of here. You're almost as bad as the guy that sings "She Bang, She Bang."
What's the guy's name? I forget that guy's name.
Dude, my wife saw him at the mall once, and I pretend like she's like his biggest fan for it. I'm like, something Hung or something?
Yeah, Chat. William Hung.
Is William Hung?
Yep,
there
yep,
you go.
Yep,
okay.
You said that. Yep, I remember.
Yeah, there you go.
I remembered. No one else did.
Yeah, thank you. The question is here between...
Question is here? Oh.
Question.
Yeah, okay,
tongue,
I'm excited there.
Tongue or... I don't think he said hands. Tongue or fingers, right?
No, he said hands. He said hands.
I think he said his fingers, but here, I'll just... Tongue.
I swear... No, because his answer... Remember, he said, like, every man needs hands, my lord. He said
but he's an idiot. So how do you say it? I'm going to pull it up real quick. All
right, you pull it up. One? I think he said hands or both, but the hands were definitely... All right, I hope it's fingers for Don's sake, because this is pivotal to his point here.
Okay, but I'll put a hands on... Well, actually, yeah. Actually, before I make the poll. Here, read a super chat. Actually, who's in Crab Feeder? Gotcha. 10 gifted memberships.
Holy shit, Crab Feeder. You're banned. Thank you, man. Spaceball, $5. If you're writing a song about the demon... You need to know how to keep a beat, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I do know what you mean, and it's true. Again, I think this is just a misrepresentation of his abilities. And you know what? I'm not saying he even shouldn't have been punished for it. You get your shot and you blow it, dude. It sucks to fucking suck. Robert Baratheon's Big Meaty Warhammer 499. I like the new channel, fellas. Austrian Painter next episode. Yeah, that sounds like a good thing to do. Brand new channel. In defense of the Austrian Painter. Did nothing wrong. Maybe
Let's see if I can do this.
And it'll be members only.
I'm going to do my
I could
VLC.
make that video easy, by the way. What's that?
Can you hear me right now?
Yes.
I'm not going to play it. Oop, let me just.
You're not going to play it.
I'm not going to play it here. Remove this comment real quick. Your fingers or your tongue? Okay.
Okay, yes. But
That's
then,
what-
okay,
that's
and then he
yeah,
says
I'll
every
pull it
man
up,
needs hands.
yeah.
Okay, so it was both.
Well, he's like every man needs hands. It's like I didn't ask you whether it's your hands. Yeah, here we go. And then he says,
Yep, you're right. This is like the Danny thing, like fire and heat.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yep.
okay, we're gonna go with fingers because, of course, you're gonna pick your tongue over, or you're gonna pick your hands over your tongue. Fingers.
Yeah, I'd keep my hands. So, is that what you do for sure, Don Boy? You keep your hands over your tongue?
I don't know. I don't know. That's tricky.
I think I
'cause
would.
You keep your hands.
I think so. I mean, if it's both hands, yes. If it's one hand, no, I think I could make do with one hand. But if it's
Yeah, I
both
think
hands,
I can make do with hand. Yeah, I think that's right. Probably in this time period too. You can't really do a lot of live streams. It'd be really hard to do a live stream without hands, but definitely couldn't do without a tongue. Which I wonder how you could communicate. Like, is we ever, or have we seen anybody try to talk with no tongue? Like, you know, something like that.
Yeah, that'd be a cool character. We never see it. Ilan Payne's kind of letting us down here. And why does he always have? You know what it looks like? He kind of looks like he has like meth mouth. You know, like he lost all of his teeth and he has dentures, but he's not wearing them. Why does he always look like that? It's like you lost your tongue, you didn't lose your teeth. He's confused too. Somebody offered him tongue or teeth or whatever, and he chose wrong. Whatever. I can't. I'm not even gonna waste my brain energy thinking of what the equivalent would be. But you know what I'm talking about.
This guy kind of looks like Charlie Day on the right here from Always Sunny.
Yeah, kind of does.
There's a little bit of that
version.
vibe. Yeah, definitely.
You know what he looks like? He looks like Charlie Day mixed with that insufferable bard from the fucking Witcher. That's what he looks like. A mix of the two.
Yeah. Yep. Your favorite. Well,
My
let's do a
favorite.
Witcher channel. Season 4 is coming out here soon.
Is it actually?
I think so. Yeah. All right.
Let's not.
While that poll's going on in the background, Joffrey takes Sansa out to see her dad's head here.
Yeah.
And well, one thing, the Hound, you really don't see him in Kingsguard armor.
He actually looks great in this Kingsguard outfit, I think. Well, maybe not in this shot right here because it kind of shows how skinny he is, you know. But
He looks
overall,
so
he looks
grimy
good.
still. Does he not take showers or not showers? But you know what I'm saying. Does he ever clean up?
No, I don't think he ever
Always
cleans
looks
up.
grimy.
I think he would, but I think Joffrey kind of keeps him back from cleaning up. Or it's part of his whole bit, you know, where he's got to demonize the mountain. It's like, look what my brother did to me. Look at what he did. It's like, did he stop you from taking a shower the last 30 years? Like, yes. It's all part of that victim mentality, you know?
Yeah.
At least that's what I think. This scene right here, though, Sansa, dude, she pisses me off, man. I know it's, sob story Sansa. She doesn't want to look at Ned Stark's head. It's like, maybe she could try not wearing that RBF, that resting bitch face, like a badge of honor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like she was literally begging to be honored from Trant and Joffrey. She's begging for it all the time. Joffrey probably tried to have a million nice conversations with her, and she just won't give him anything. So it's like, yeah, what am I supposed to do? I want to see some emotion out of you. I'm going to go show you your dad's head.
Also, this is all her fault. Like, she's the one that convinced her dad to, plea that he's actually guilty of his crimes. Because if Ned maybe could have done, he said, I'm not gonna, you can just take my life. Even though, like, Ned should have just asked for a trial by combat, right? Like, that's what he should have done in that moment. Yeah. But because he confessed, then Joffrey's like, okay, well, you're guilty. So guess what? See ya.
She was also the one who was so insistent on coming with the King's Landing, and Ned wouldn't have confessed, if it wasn't for Varys making that plea, like, hey, do you care about your daughter's life? Because if you care about her life, then you will confess to these crimes. So it could have been a whole different scenario if Sansa didn't insist on coming to King's Landing.
True. Isn't it kind of crazy they kept the Septa's headgear on? Like,
it's true. Well, we wouldn't know who it was if the headgear
I know
was
that.
off.
You definitely would not have known
Funny.
who it was, but I was like, okay, wow. They were like, nope, keep it on.
Do you think they took it off first and then put it back on so that Sansa would recognize her?
Maybe they realized it was like sewn on or something. They're like, fuck, dude, this bitch got this thing on tight.
Wait, what is it? Is this skin? I think it's skin.
Sansa looks at Joffrey and is like, I might be able to push him down. Does it even look that far down? We don't see the full
No.
bottom of it, but
No, we
just gonna
do.
break his
We
legs?
do in a minute. Like a couple shots later, we see it, and yeah, it's like 2 stories max.
Yeah, I mean, this is it kind of right now. Like, I don't know if it goes anywhere further down, but yeah, it's not that far. Sansa's just not really using her IQ here, but good thing the Hound steps in and stops her from doing any of that.
The Hound is simping so hard in the scene. He thinks he's so fucking close to getting it in, dude. He's such a degen. Doesn't he know how old Sansa is, dude? Disgraceful, man. He wants to get it in so bad. He's like trying to keep her alive. Like, don't do this, don't do this. It's foreshadowing for that legendary kiss that they don't have in the show.
Yeah, I think George R. Martin was thrown off about how many people were turned on by that story or that potential love interest of the Hound with Sansa, which honestly is bad. But if you go on Twitter, it is not even the worst of it. There's some really gross stuff there of people shipping.
Actually, though, even though I don't respect the Hound for this whatsoever, kind of an alpha move, like slipping in his seed, like slapping it across home plate, without the king even noticing, like usurping the king's seed or whatever. That's kind of cool, right? Like Joffrey gets it in or whatever, and the Hound strategically planned it so that he actually impregnated her the night before. Like, that's pretty cool.
Well, speaking about slipping it in, you see Cersei's already fucking again. Jamie's not even been gone that long, and she's already like, I need sex and I need it now. Your favorite lentil Lannister? Lancel?
Lentil? Bean or whatever. Is that what a lentil is? Is a lentil a bean? I think it is. Well, never mind. Oh, yeah, dude, I hate Cersei for this. This is just dumb. Why would you cheat on Jaime, I think the incest thing, a little overblown. All right, the stigma around it in this. It's like people are doing degenerate stuff, and the Targaryens got away with it for like hundreds of years. So the incest thing in general, little over stigmatized. But the cheating on Jaime?
Yeah.
That's not acceptable. You know what he's going through right now? He's literally a prisoner of war about to get his hand chopped off. Spoiler alert.
And he's taking it pretty well.
He is. He's taking it super well. He's putting the Mac on Catelyn, dude. Dude, she was absolutely loving it, too. We'll get there.
Yeah, we will. But I also just hate, I don't know if we've talked about it before, I hate how brown they make the Lannisters' hair in the series. And it gets really bad at the end of the series. Like, no one wants to dye their hair or wear these wigs because they're such high-profile actors at this point. Like, Tyrion, Cersei, and Jaime, none of them have blonde hair, basically, by the end of season 8 of Game of Thrones, which is just so disappointing. I love the blonde hair, especially with Jaime. If he keeps it short and he grows out the beard, it looks great.
But Don Boy, don't you understand? They're demoralized as characters and evolving as characters, and it's represented in their hair color. Don't you understand that?
Oh, wow, you're so media literate. It's making me feel happy.
At the beginning, they were a family together, ruling, and they were a happy family. But by the end, they're split apart and they're sad.
I hate it. I hate it.
I learned that at law school.
Let's see this poll right now. 52% says fingers. Which one? But then again, my question wasn't clear. It was kind of like Joffrey. I was like, which one? You're like, which one? What? Which one do you want to keep?
Which one do you want? Pick one quick.
I'll end the poll here, but it looks like it's pretty close to 50-50. Maybe that's just bad wording. But I just listen to whatever Joffrey said. If he was being stupid, then I'm being stupid. Speaking about somebody not being stupid, Pycelle, the goat.
Oh, dude. Yes, dude, I love it. Playing 12D chess with everybody. He has, dude, this is what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, he mastered, like, the post-nut clarity escape.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, he knows I'll just be as insufferable as possible. So, let me tell you a story about what the kings want and how nice they look, and I don't really remember what I was... So what was I saying again? He's in this post-nut clarity. He wants nothing to do with this woman. She's going to stick around out of courtesy, or she maybe wants a little something extra for him. She's a prostitute. She's going to try to scalp him out of some more money, hang around as long as humanly possible. But he knows how to do it. He just is so intolerable to be around that these women have no choice but to leave. He's living the dream.
Also, what a great feeling, too. It's like, you probably don't feel great about, hiring a prostitute. And then by the end of it, she hates you and she's leaving. You're like, okay, this is great. This is ideal for me. She's leaving. I don't have to deal with that. Cool.
That's
whatever.
what I mean, yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's definitely playing 10D chess, Pycelle. It's funny because we talk about Pycelle. He might actually be one of the biggest simps in all of Game of Thrones. I don't think he even made it on our simp tier list because he loves Tywin. Roz looks nothing like Tywin. You know, maybe she had to let her hair down, made him look like mutton chops, like she does in the book, or how Tywin does in the book. But yeah, come on. At least Pycelle could have found someone that looks a little bit more like our boy.
Well, if he had a prostitute that looked like Tywin, he probably wouldn't be trying to act stupid and get her out of there as quick as possible.
That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true.
Yes.
It's funny. He was talking about the kings, and he said Aerys was a charmer. You know, we knew that. We fucking knew it, dude.
Yeah.
Or
dude,
in defense
so
of the
obvious.
Mad King. He's so good.
Did anybody ever? I'm not sure. I can't remember. Chat. If anybody got mad at us for doing the In Defense of the Mad King, I don't think they really did. That was like surprisingly not a very controversial video compared to the other ones for some reason.
No, dude, we did it in defense of Mirren Trant, and no one talks about it.
Yeah, come on. That's crazy. That's crazy. And we were 100% right in that, dude. You know what I love about making those videos? By the way, this is like a great side effect of villain lawyers. I convince myself of these things when we talk about them. Like by the end of the mountain, I still am on the mountainside, like unironically after this whole time. And I hate the Hound now because I convinced myself of it. The actual evidence to support what we thought of him before, it doesn't exist.
I know. I actually love the Hound a lot. I got a bunch of my wedding presents. I got Hound stuff because I think when did I get married? It's like 2016. So like Game of Thrones was at its peak at that point, and people got me some Game of Thrones gear, and it was it 2017? Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And then me and you convinced ourselves that the Hound actually sucks. Sandy just poisoned the well in the mountain. Poor old Greg just has a lot of headaches, and you probably should sympathize with the guy. Too bad he doesn't have if they had medicinal marijuana, that guy would be so freaking chill. He would just be sitting around. He'd probably be a burnout loser, but he would not be having his rage outs and burning the Riverlands constantly.
Let's not use the phrase "poisoning the well." That harkens back to old harmful tropes. See, this is why Epstein was ruled innocent because of. It would perpetuate statements like that. Thanks a lot, Don Boy. Anyway.
Do you think Roz, how can she not act entertained? I don't understand this. Is it just too much energy you got pulled out of her from pretending to like the climaxing with Pycelle and she can't even fake it for this conversation? You know, what would be easier for you to do? Fake that you're orgasming or fake that you're enjoying a conversation by a guy pretending to be a blubbering idiot?
I can't even explain why she's so unwilling, but she does actually try. I was thinking this while watching. She it seems like she's not listening at all.
She's following.
But yeah, she was at the end. Yeah, she's like, so what were you saying about the king? And he's like, oh, what were you talking about? Because I think he was kind of panicking at that moment, like, oh fuck, like she's actually listening to me. I got to come up with something here. How can I even act stupider than before? And he nailed it, by the way.
Quick.
Completely nailed it. That would have been the only thing that's superior. But yeah, she actually was following still. So I guess it's just about demeanor with her. And it is not good. It is not good. Listen, after seeing this, if I would have hired Roz the prostitute before, she seemed kind of fun before and friendly. After this, absolutely not.
Yeah, no, thank you. Don't want to. No. Pycelle here's the master. Hey, oh, look, I'm old and strong and mighty. No, old and frail.
Does the Willy Wonka routine.
Yeah.
Pretended to walk with a cane and then.
Yeah, love it.
Somersault and flip.
I never think about it because they're completely different in age. Characters are completely different, but him being the villain in one of the greatest movies of all time, Indiana Jones: Last Crusade. Yeah. I just love Pycelle even more.
This is a castle, and there are tapestries, right? Thank you. There's the quote again, the most well-known quote from Last Crusade.
Yeah, I don't know how many African children are wearing T-shirts printed with that phrase on it because it was such a popular phrase from that movie.
Listen, I was going to eat after this, but I guess not now. Let's go to the next
one. This scene was good. There's some character, I don't know, not much character development. You just see their dynamic more so between these two, right? And this is one of those scenes we can kind of always look back to is how much Littlefinger thinks of Varys' crotch. And in great detail, too.
Oh, yeah, this is like the introduction to that whole thing, really. I mean, he mentions it, I think, maybe once before this, but now is where you really get this, they say, Varys, what do you say we put aside our old rivalry and let me see what I've heard stories about from old Nan? It's like, I know you're not castrated, dude. Just show me. And why doesn't Varys just show him? It's a great mind game. I think Varys always has the one-up on this guy because of this one thing. Unless it's 4D chess and Littlefinger, he doesn't care. I don't know.
I love that Varys is like, you can do better than that. Come on, dude. That's such a low-hanging fruit. We've all been in those conversations where someone makes a joke and you're like, come on, dude. I know you can do better than that. You're more witty than that, just to go for the. Oh, I guess you have no balls. It's like, yeah, I know. I'm a eunuch. And it's like, no.
And by the way, the dick's gone too. So in case you're thinking of a one-liner for that, it's also a no-go. But no, see this scene actually, it's like a show-only scene, but this has the potential to be enhanced dramatically depending on what happens in Winds of Winter and I guess Dream of Spring or whatever. But we're not getting that right. But like Winds of Winter, if we learn some crazy shit about like what Littlefinger's end game is, or like what his overarching plan is, we already know what Varys's is. And if that thing makes some severe progress with young Griff, and he like finds himself in a position of power with like in a young Griff, John Condom occupied King's Landing or something, it could make this scene so much better because it's like, okay, look where they are now. And it's a cool scene, by the way, too. We get that cinematic look where they're facing each other. It's really cool. It's like this intelligence rivalry. Seeing that and then being able to reference like, oh, dude, think about where they are in Winds of Winter. They're so fucking powerful. Like, it's just cool. We'll see what happens.
Do we really? I mean, like, do we really think that Littlefinger wants the throne, or does he want to be just as close as possible to it without, actually sitting it? That way, he's kind of out of striking distance of the kind of idiots that kind of want the power, because everyone knows, or the people that are actually scheming at this point know that true power does not come from the throne, but just the ones that actually hold like all of the connections and is able to manipulate and has different strategies with different people. I don't know if Littlefinger actually wants. I'll make a chat. I'll make a question for the chat too if they think so. But what do you think, Gabe? Does he actually want the throne, or he just wants the power as close as he can without actually getting it?
Well, normally I would say he just wants the power without actually getting it. But I mean, Varys does say here, like, how do you imagine yourself looking up there? And he doesn't deny it. He really doesn't deny
I know,
it. So,
yeah.
So it's kind of weird. I guess maybe that's just the show only thing, poisoning our minds a little bit. But I think maybe it'd be one of those situations, kind of like remember in year one when like everything's collapsing, and then that high priest guy, he like sits on the throne at the end of it. Do you remember the scene? Right? Yeah,
Yes,
it doesn't go anywhere. But he like sits on the throne, like, okay, I guess he was secretly like he wanted all the power, or he had all the power, and he just wants to feel like what it's like to sit on the throne. I think it'd be like that. I think he'd be the puppet master, and there would be his little plant on the throne where he's whispering in their ear and influencing everything, if not like blackmailing him and doing what they want. Got a little Bravosi blood, but I think when that person's gone and it's like the middle of the night or whatever, I could see him like sitting there just to like get the power trip. Why not?
Yeah, I mean, when no one's looking, does he sit on the Iron Throne? For sure. But is that his end goal, is to be King
I don't think
Peter Baelish, first of his name?
I have a hard time believing it if it's the case, but this scene definitely implies it.
Yes, it does really imply that he wants to sit on it. And Varys, his cringe little thing of, no, I just want what's good for the realm. Like, that's so boring.
I know. Like, fuck off, dude.
Whatever. Yeah, and then what's his end goal for the best of the realm? Is it just always going to be Dany the whole time? Nice try. Yeah. Also, the way he talks about it, I think I didn't bring it up fully about the gash. He was talking about, it's like, well, how do you picture it? And Littlefinger's like, I imagine it as this massive, beautiful gash.
A gash.
Subtle lips on the side. It's like, okay, come on.
Yeah, you're a fucking pervert, dude. Just knock it off.
He's like, I want to fuck you. I just want to say it. Rizzer, real quick, with $20. So if you send $20, we'll interrupt the stream for the super chat.
All right, that's a good thing. Hey, by the way, you guys got to start donating. Are we going to stream next week or what? Looks like we're not going to, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we are. 2 out of 50. If you guys want another live stream next week, got to get that goal up.
ASAP. Rizzo 213, 1999. Can only stop in for the stream for a second, but love y'all Hilters, and perhaps in defense of Davy Jones for the second channel everyone should subscribe to. Well, supposedly we're going to get another Pirates movie in like the somewhat near future or whatever. And if that happens, you guys will notice if there's a movie that's a franchise that we're familiar with, and especially if it's a legacy franchise, and there's a new movie coming out or a new series or whatever, we'll like just hammer the villains. Like, God help us. When the next Star Wars content comes out, yeah, we'll go ham on that. Pirates, we'll do in defense of Davy Jones. We'll do in defense of, I don't know, Calypso, whatever. We're not touching Blackbeard or whatever that Javier Bardem is from the. That's non-canon. It's gay. But yes, we will do this eventually, man. I swear to Allah.
Yeah, we will. We are huge Pirates of the Caribbean fans too. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, we love it. So dropped a link in case you haven't subbed already, but that's the new channel. But it's the same as the Star Wars one. If you guys were subbed already. Now we're back to the alley with the trans Arya.
Yes, trans art. This is the scene I was talking about.
She's
where
now transitioned to R. What's her name in this? It's not
Ari.
Ari.
Yeah.
What a great way. Like, no one's gonna put two and two together. There, Yoren.
He's an idiot. He's screaming top of his lungs. All right, remember now, boy, you're not going to reveal who you are. Now, remember, these people will sell you down the river for a pardon because you're that valuable. Everybody's looking for you. It's like, are you a retard? The answer is yes. You're on.
If you guessed yes, you're correct.
Yes, you are correct. Yeah, it's a ridiculous scene. And then we get to the whole after part where Arya is, sticking her little prick in Hot Pie's face, and we get this amazing lore drop about this ball destruction.
Dude,
it's one of the most vital pieces of lore in Game of Thrones. It's like what's that little thing we talk about sometimes where it's like a stat chart, right? With like the little hexagon or an octagon, it's a stat chart. His his courage is so low, right? Like if you like go Wizard of Oz style, right? He's got super high strength, but his courage is super, super low. That's his only flaw. He sees a sword and he gets kind of intimidated, but God knows he could kick anybody's ass here on screen.
I'm going to try to do this. I don't know if we've ever done this before. Like start a Q&A right here. And it's how many kicks to the nuts would it take to kill someone?
You can do a Q&A on the stream?
Yeah, it's like it's near where the what's it called is?
The poll?
The poll, yeah. So let's see how it works.
All right,
I'm going to end the poll. 58% says yes. Littlefinger wants the Iron Throne. Well, you guys are idiots and wrong.
Yeah, you guys are retards. I was going to say same thing.
Time to end the stream.
Yeah, see you later, guys. We'll stream next week, though.
But also, Hot Pie's friend here, they start calling Arya a midget. How stupid is that? She's just a kid. She's not even like a tall or like a short person, right? Like a manlet kind of. No, she's just a kid. And like, you're a midget. It's like, is that supposed to be insulting? Yeah, I'm small. I'm a kid. You shut the fuck up.
Dude, me and Don know two people who I would almost classify as like normal height midgets. Right?
Yeah.
Or did one of them die or something like that? No one. You told me something about one of them recently, or somebody did. It's like maybe it's just that he's bald. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it might be bald, but
yeah, it might be bald. Anyway, yeah, I don't know why they call her a midget here. It's a ridiculous insult. And this dude with the teeth over there on the left, it looks
average
like
British dentistry.
I was just gonna literally say the exact same thing. It's like he took a piece of sandpaper and like went between each tooth to make sure there's a gap. You ever seen a gap between each tooth? No bueno.
He's like that one meme. I don't know if you've seen it online where it's the British person or it's the American saying something like, "Oh, we couldn't call that. We call them cigarettes," or we couldn't say that. We call them cigarettes here in America. and then it cuts to at least all schools, all shooting galleries.
Hey, speaking of shooting galleries and schools, our resource officer at our high school when we went there, remember that? He actually had teeth that looked just like this kid. No joke. He had like gaps between each of his teeth.
Yeah, I never saw his mouth, so
I saw a lot of it.
I knew it. Everyone, smash that like button right now. We just concluded the King's Landing one, so we're gonna get into the wall here. Smash the like button. We got some super chats to go through, and if you are a member, use that super chat, that free super chat to get each month.
Free super chat, waste of money.
I know.
I'm kidding, guys. It's great use. We will read it with enthusiasm, and we appreciate you. Robert Baratheon's big meaty Warhammer. Remember for 9 months. Also, were you guys Diddy's lawyer? Got off clean. Yes, we actually were. We were on the team. We were on the team. We tried to sabotage him. Didn't work out. Chuck McGill. Quinn the GM is Bravosi bot. There's a reason he likes Rhaegar more than Bobby B. He's a huge fan of Dumb Danny. I'll start end down.
I don't think you'll last long, Chuck.
Yeah, have fun at there'll be your one time in his comments. But
I wonder how many letters you get in before you get banned. But
I will laugh. Yeah. Saucy Krabu. My little birds tell me that Unius is a Danny simp. Like on paper, he definitely wouldn't be a Danny simp, but if you checked like his photo gallery on his phone, guarantee it would speak a different story. And if he ever met anybody that even somewhat looked as like good as Emilia Clarke in real life, yeah, he would forget all of us and never look back. So
true.
Spaceball, $5. Where's Dandelion when you need him? Dead.
Where's Dandelion when you need him? Where's Christian when you need him? That's a better question there, Space Pope.
Yeah, why don't you go wrangle us up a Christian
Dude, he loses hand to the
ASAP.
king, and then he just bounces out. He's just like, nah, or maybe he's just coping. He's just taking those gummies way earlier, and he's like, I just can't deal with it. Being master of coin is way more stressful than being the hand of the king.
Logistically, it is a lot to deal with. He's got accounts left and right, mergers, and quarterly reports,
Acquisitions, imports, exports.
latex, crab feeder. Gifted 10. Oh, did we already read this? Would you give 10 more? Or no?
Yeah,
that's
no,
that's a
it's
while
the same
ago.
one. I
Oh,
think.
right. We're not giving you double credit there, crab feeder. But thank you. Marcos Garcia, 199. A true hilter always has performance issues. Maybe. I mean, it looks that way because it's so small, but I would say that it's generally hard. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this performance issues is assuming that we're not performing in the way in which we want to. I think we're performing exactly how we intend to.
It's all subjective, guys. It's all subjective. It's time to vindicate buck breaking. Wait, hold on. Am I I think this is vindicate, right? It's only one letter missing. It's time to vindicate buck breaking.
And we're pro buck breaking here on this channel.
We're buck breakers through and through. we got in trouble a lot for buck breaking in public. Okay, crab feeder, $5. Joffrey smoking that Stark pack. Crab feeder. You guys are blowing my mind a little bit. I feel like I'm having a stroke. I like all those C's though. Did I mention the slavery thing on stream at all, or no?
What slavery thing?
It wouldn't be today. Maybe it was like last time. Oh, well, whatever. I was at work recently, okay? And me and another guy were working on something, and we had to use the word slave a few times because we were dealing with a piece of equipment. There's a master and a slave component to it, and we said it a lot of times. And there was this old woman and her husband who came up behind us or whatever. They're just traversing where we were. And she's laughing to herself like, oh, and she goes, it was you guys. I was hearing you talk, and I love how much you guys were saying slave. That's what her sentence was. I would love how much we were saying the word slave. And the husband was just kind of like ambiguous, like not happy.
She does this a lot.
Yeah, it's like that kind of thing. I had no idea what to say because there was a black woman right there. You know what I mean? It's like,
so hold on. What would you think you're gonna say if the black lady wasn't there?
High five. I don't know. Like Nux.
Oh, I would have said something, but there's a black lady right there.
No, but honestly, no. But if it like because black lady, I don't want to inquire and like make her say something that's like, because then I'm in a position where I have to like either condemn it or kind of like blow it off. I just ignored it, but she literally looked right in my face and said that. What am I supposed to say?
You're like, oh, you big fan of slaves? Like, shut the fuck up. I got a job that I'm supposed to be doing over here.
Yeah, I should have gotten her face right. Gave her like one of those chest pushes up against the wall.
Like, belly bump.
What? Yeah, take the hands out of the equation. That's true. Be so aggressive that I'm spitting through my teeth at her. What did you just say to me about slavery? What's that supposed to mean?
Do I have to walk you through the George Memorial site on this place?
Oh, yeah. Literal trash. Spaceboat, $5. You can't save him when you're dead. The healing power of the 7 is the only thing that can save your father.
True.
That's just true. Yes.
But Ned's in hell. Just to let everyone know, because he's a favorite of the old gods, and you know where they're at.
I mean, best case scenario based on like the visions we see, he's like in a crypt, which is so boring. He's just in a cave. That sucks. I don't know if I'd rather be in hell or in a cave, but Unius, or not Unius, Spaceball, $5. Unius, he sticks out like a sore. He sticks out like a sore thumb. We'll find him. Don't speak that way about Unius Brody, man.
Yeah, we might get Unius in the Discord, so join the Discord, unofficial Discord.
Spaceball, $10. Gendry came so close to being kicked halfway across the kingdom. Yeah, dude, that's what we were always looking forward to. I actually hate Gendry. I'm not a big fan of Gendry. When I first watched this show, I liked him. Just he was like that little vestige Robert Baratheon, but he's kind of cringe. This little stand-up too he does, like he defends Arya to what, 2 people who he could kick their ass. Like, is that cool? I don't know. I mean, I'm glad he defended like somebody who's younger, but you know he felt like he was top shit.
Yeah.
Ramsey's pork sausage member for 1 month. When are we getting Ned Stark with a loaded gun? Dude.
Oh my goodness, Ramsey's pork sausage.
Guess what,
30K.
Pork sausage? You're banned. No, you're not. 30K. 30K. So
How funny. You'll never see it. because of your band.
Yeah, it's called Never Pork Sausage. Speaking of super chat, Chuck McGill, 69, 199. Who would win in a fight, Hot Pie or Butcher's Boy? Yeah, we've covered this before. It's really difficult to say because Butcher's Boy, it's kind of like Blob versus Juggernaut, right?
Well, we know, yeah, it is like that. Maybe we should do a members only video with that because the Butcher's Boy speed is kind of used like as a point for the Hound to brag about. It's like he wasn't that fast though. Like I was able to catch up with him. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and
it
then
must have
Ned
been
turns
some
around
sort
like,
of feat.
what?
What?
Because he knows how fast that fucker is. Are you kidding me? You got him?
Yeah. So yeah, we'll for sure do that.
But then Hot Pie's got the strength, so yeah, it's tough. We'll have to deliberate on it later. Space Pull up $10. Of all the thousand melodies that the gods set upon us, simpage is the worst. Yeah,
it is. Simpage is the worst.
It actually leads to the worst outcomes. I would argue that Western society has largely fallen because of simps. No joke.
It was a rule in our former game show we used to do.
Yes.
No simping.
Yeah, that would get you kicked immediately, and it was fun to do it.
Simp.
Frank adores games. He can attest to this. About 50 of you haven't smashed the like button. As soon as I get on the main account, y'all are getting banned. Thank you. He's getting on his mod account, guys, so you better hurry up. You're on borrowed time. Quick. Hurry. Like the video. Woke Hogan, 499. Biggest cuck in Westeros? Biggest cuck in Westeros? That's actually, I don't know. I've never thought about that.
Ooh, I had to look through you know what? Who is the biggest cuck? Aegon the First. I'm convinced that Aegon the First, neither of those, Aenys or Maegor were his kids.
Really?
There's no way. Yeah. There's no way they're his
kids. That's a good theory. I have to think about it a little bit more. You know, I'm not going to say something like Robert, like, okay, literally biggest cuck, like most yoked and ripped or whatever. It is Robert, but I mean, it's willing, you know, he doesn't want to have sex with Cersei either. And he's also having sex on the side. So is that really a cuck, you know?
True.
It's, I got to think about it.
If you get handies from your wife, like, is that much of a cuck? It's like, whatever. I'm drunk anyways. I really don't give a shit.
Hodor, I think, watches like everybody have sex in Winterfell in the corner.
True.
So does he like
Bran? Might be Bran or Bloodraven.
Dude.
They're the ones watching everything.
It's Bloodraven. Yes, it's Bloodraven. The ultimate cucks. That's
just
it.
By
exactly.
pure quantity, just how much he gets cooked.
If that even counts as
I have to make sure they actually consummated this. Then I can actually plan this thing out.
It's more like voyeur or whatever. But anyway, Dontavius Demarxus. Who is the best ruler? Maegor the Merciful, Joffrey the Just, or Ramsay the Righteous? It's Maegor. Honestly, like straight up, it's Maegor. He's actually a good ruler. He's got an iron fist going on. But you know what? Sometimes you need a dictator to change things if it gets out of control. IJP. Okay, I'm back on the main. Who the hell didn't smash the like button? You know what, IJP? Just start going. Just literally pick at random because not enough people are liking this shit.
Like the streams, idiot.
Yes. Start with this guy right here, DeShitster. You're gone, DeShitster. Just kidding, Shitster. 199. Strawberry squirt. Strawberry squirt shake or poopy sandwich. All right. IJP. He's got to go. Okay. I'm kidding, Shitster.
I'll take the squirt shake. Strawberry. At least have a flavor to it.
Yeah.
Poop sandwich. What's the flavor added on that? Bread? Ugh, no, thank you.
Plus,
I don't need the carbs.
Right. And you could maybe chug the squirt shake, you know. Juby, a member chat from which we make no money. Thanks a lot, Juby. In defense of Joffrey the Gentle, dude. We have the video. It's on the channel.
Yeah. Juby.
Right after
I don't want to make fun of you because you're still part of the Commonwealth, but you give me no choice here. You Aussie fuck. Look at the channel.
Eagle Tua. Be better, Juby. But not too good.
So now we're back at the wall here with John and Sam, and John just gets the news that his dad was executed up there, and now he wants to leave. And yeah, it's the idea of a vow versus family. What means more to you? And he just took his vow. So if you literally heard this news maybe a couple days ago, he could have just left and it would have been totally fine. But why serve the realm if the realm is doing everything in its power to screw you over, or like at least your family over? I don't know. I would not mind. I would not think lesser of John if he just went down south and joined Rob.
Oh, no, absolutely not. I mean, what's his name? Jor Mormont. He understands. You know, he's like, yeah, I thought about going. I totally understand the temptation, but you stayed here. And, you know, as much as we talk about this a lot, but the stuff beyond the wall, and this might just be an execution thing too, but it's just not as interesting as the political intrigue. that's going on down south.
Yes.
But objectively speaking, it is way more important what's going on beyond the wall up north. So Jor's logic here is perfect, and it sucks that John didn't like reach that conclusion on his own, and that's why it was purely honor based, which is like super Ned Stark of him, super cringe. Like we can only hope that in Winds of Winter, if he gets resurrected, he comes back without that, and he's like more of a force of nature. You know, we dare to dream, right? But it's true. Like he made the right decision, even though it would have been excusable, I think, given the circumstances. It's way more important that he stays up here at the wall. He's actually an asset to the wall. They need him.
Yeah, but they don't even know the impact right now. If they understood that it was because of the White Walkers right now, everything that's going on. Oh, Chuck, I saw you delete it. But it's forever on here, dude. Chuck, we
Oh, what, Chuck?
Yeah, I think he meant Jor, J-O-R, his dad.
Screenshot. People, clip it, put it in the
Screenshot
Discord. Unofficial, of course. Chuck. Yes.
That's too bad.
Caught.
Yeah,
caught white-handed.
We know what you meant, but it's too bad. That's what you said. Yeah.
Yes. Hey, but by the way, just hold on to validate Chuck's actual sentiment here. Jor was super base this episode, and we get that shot of him going over to the fireplace. He's like a brick shit house, dude. He's like 6 feet wide. Yeah, looks great. Anyway,
there's the shot. I'll get to it here in a second, but the shot of him leaving to be on the wall is a great shot. Shot. John doesn't even know the impact of what's going on beyond the wall right now, so he can't even say, like, "Well, this is way bigger." It's kind of weird what's going on, but Jor takes a shot that, like, hey, this could be world ending or like catastrophic for the realm, and he's right. But with the evidence they have, it could have just been some, freaky deaky, what's it called, Relore stuff going on, because I'm sure she could do some crazy shit like that. Because all he saw was the what's it called, the white coming back alive, and everything else is just like some weird things going on. But that's the only supernatural event they've seen.
Okay, dude, it's still a supernatural event. I'd be scared of my mind, man. Look at Sam. Oh, man, what a disgusting little neck beard. I can see that he can somewhat grow a mustache. Why doesn't he grow a little bit of mustache? Oh, it makes his face look so much fatter than it needs to. Anyway, no, the supernatural thing, dude, I totally understand. Those things almost took Jor to Pound School. They almost took him to Pound School. They definitely are aware of enough of a threat, to like emphasize to everybody, like, hey, whatever's happening down there, it ain't shit. I think they have justified.
What got taken to Pound School was Sam as soon as he started riding. Just
true. Oh,
so funny. Just gets crushed. And then all of his friends have this intervention of putting him in a circle and repeating the what's it called? The Night's Watch vow. Yeah. Cringe, stupid. I would have gone down there. I love my family more, so screw you guys. Screw the realm. I love my family.
Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah, and then he gets confronted with Mormont, right? But it's just funny. He's like, what are you going to do? Bring your dad back to life? It's like, no, I'm going to seek revenge, you fucking idiot. That's not...
Thanks for the sword. Ah!
Yeah, but this shot here with him going beyond the wall. A great actor, too. He's great in Braveheart. I want to kiss him.
Yeah, I want to kiss him as well. It's a great scene. Like I said, he's wide as he is tall. Love to see it. It's total alpha male. He's old. I just love the mentality of like what do you mean we're going beyond the wall? He's just like, I'm doing it myself. It's super cool.
And
we love it.
This just reminds me of how I've said this how many times. I think we both have stated this, that Game of Thrones at its best is when you have all these different plot lines that are kind of happening, and they're satisfying enough to watch it, because the stuff at the wall. Every chapter I read with Danny, I usually just skip in the books. The wall gets pretty close to I should just skip it, but like you said, this has a huge impact, and the acting at for the people within the TV show at the wall is great. Like Alistair Thorne's a lot more in it in the TV show than he is in the book. So yeah, the wall stuff is great or is good, but it's not nearly as good as the other stuff. But I just wish House of Dragon did more of this stuff. Like give us more. You don't have to give me supernatural stuff, but just give me more pockets of Westeros.
Agreed. It's just the fact that everything's so disconnected in this that makes it so good. It's like it feels like you're watching multiple TV shows at the same time, or it feels like you're watching like the MCU, kind of like back in the day when all these things were happening and they weren't connected yet, And it's someday these things are going to come together. And it's going to be awesome. And then like when it does in the show, and we have like Danny, for example, coming over and during the battle against Jamie, right? I think Dickon is there as well,
Yeah.
right? Um, and that battle wasn't very good. Like it's kind of cool to see like, oh, the dragons are so intimidating, they're so destructive, like they're dragging their nuts across the landscape or whatever. But it just wasn't. It didn't hit as hard as we thought it was going to. You know,
Yeah. Yep. No,
they
I
built
totally
it up
agree.
to. It just couldn't deliver on the hype.
Yeah, and I doubt House of Dragon will either, based off of what they've seen us in season 2.
Yikes!
The three-eyed predator is in Bran's dreams and luring him into the basement, as all predators do with their victims.
Correct.
What'd you think of these scenes here? And then we get them going down into the crypts.
I thought it was pretty good. I don't know why, dude. Okay, I have a serious logistical issue with Osha or Asha, whatever her name is, right? Not Asha Greyjoy, but
Yeah, it's Osha. Yeah.
Osha. Yeah, unfucking believable that she is now allowed to wander around Winterfell and literally care for
Oh yeah.
Project Deadweight Bran, right? The person that she held like a weapon to in the past, or her people did, whatever.
Right. Which and
Unbelievable.
threatened to cut off his dick and shove it in his mouth, which not good.
Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time, but it's inappropriate for a kid, right? It's not okay. And now he's riding on her shoulders. Look how close she is to that dick that she was threatening, by the way. She pulls an exorcist and just whips that head around 180. It's probably going to come true.
Yeah, for sure.
It could happen.
Yeah, and this I'll talk about it later. There's something else I want to bring up, but the scene down here, dude, Rickon, he's just hiding down there. This is just psychopathic behavior from Rickon. Like,
strange kid.
I saw my dad in the crypts. He's right. He had like a vision that his dad's
Yeah.
dead. He's down there, but yeah, this is crazy. Like, what the hell are you doing down here, dude?
Yeah, it's not good. He's like a third shift worker. You never trust a person who like willingly works third shift long term. Like, you need some vitamin D. Circadian rhythms way off. The three-eyed predator is trying to indoctrinate Bran, probably because he tried to indoctrinate Rickon and was scared about what he saw in that future. It's like, holy shit, I thought I was a predator, let alone Rickon.
He gets the news. Mr. Lewin. I always want to call him Ewan, almost like Ewan McGregor.
Yeah,
Mr. Lewin. We're gonna go into the Stark camp here, but we got some super chats. Just quickly go through.
Oh, only 4 super chats. Are you shitting me? Sensei Senpai 199. Sam Tarly is the worst character in Game of Thrones. Take that back. He's not the worst character. He's not.
I love the Sensei Senpai. His icon there of Tony Soprano with the Chris Chan shirt and the
is that what it is?
Silent Chew medallion. Yeah, it's a great image. Love it.
Spaceball up $10. John's story would have been much better, been much different if Sam wasn't a massive loser. Yeah, it definitely would have been completely. It'd make John way less hateable. He's not even that hateable to begin with, but it would have made him way less hateable. No one wants to see you.
We got to do our what if.
Defend somebody like that.
Maybe that'll be our next one. We're still thinking of like what we want to do next for the next video, and the what if Sam Tarly was like ripped out of his mind, yoked.
Oh, dude, I know that one video. What was that video we did? Because that was basically that video. We spent so much time on it. What was that video?
I don't remember which one you're talking about.
We did a video where I first brought that up, that idea that he's gonna like go on his Bible Man quest and get ripped, But I don't remember. What the fuck video was that? Whatever. Chuck, $4.99. Why is Jorah a knight? He's a northerner, dude. I also heard a rumor that he was exiled after saying anti-Bravosi comments. Yeah, that whole slave thing, I think that's actually made up. They planted that on him, I think.
Yeah, who was he selling the slaves to?
Yeah, exactly. And who was buying them? Or same question. Who did he buy them from and who was he selling them to? Who owned all the ships that traveled between Bravos and Westeros? Okay.
Very interesting.
Let's check the record on that one. Baseball up $10. I'm close to watching the fantasy. I'm close to watching the Fantasy Haven accent video. I don't know about the video, but the way these northern creatures are sounding, kill the wildling. Oh, dude, absolutely kill the wildling. But I'm not sure what video you're talking about. Does he have an accent video?
It just came out, I think.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Weekend. Yeah, accent video. So I haven't watched it though. Okay.
Watch it.
Yeah, everyone. He's a good YouTuber. Check him out.
He actually is.
Haven. I like there's not a lot of compliments I can give Catelyn Stark, but I am impressed by her trying to keep her composure around the men. And then I don't think she's that far into the forest when she breaks down, because like they can just literally look over and like, yeah, she's not taking it too well. But I like the idea that she's going to keep it together, unlike Robb Stark, who's just over here, just my daddy's dead.
It's
So, like,
just,
Come
it's
on.
just throwing that little limp-wristed fit. It's just so funny. Catelyn's like trying to be composed, trying not to show weakness. She's a woman, right? So it's very emotional. It's like, and then you just hear in the background, he's just like striking the tree, literally destroying the sword. She's 100% right. It's like, dude, Robb, you wrecked your sword.
You
look
fucking
like
idiot.
You're a mess.
Yeah, this is another scene that would be better if the kids were their actual age in the books, right? If he would looked younger, just like how Dany in some scenes, she's like a complete idiot. Even Jon a little bit has some moments like that, but it's mostly Dany. This scene for Robb, if they're kids, it looks way more understandable why they're acting this way. But when they're almost like 21 years old in these scenes, you're like, oh, okay, come on. You can be upset, but like,
no, you can't be.
You can be upset.
Angry. He should be, but he should be more manifested as like anger and like reckless, like aggression, you know.
And maybe he has allergies, and he was just slicing the tree up, and all of a sudden he's like, "Oh damn, it's getting in my eyes now. I'm so angry, but now it's in my eyes."
That's possible.
Looks like a freaking idiot, dude.
Yeah, it's more likely than not. That's why.
What'd you think of the great John Umber giving the great idea of, hey, listen, they don't have dragons anymore, and that's the only reason why we bent the knee. Let's get back to just doing the North here. Let's elect Robb, or kind of push him up to be king of the North.
I mean, yeah, I think it's actually super based mentality. I don't know about nominating Robb necessarily. If like we said, if anybody saw that little performance he was given by the tree, they would not have nominated him for this role. But no, I actually like it. I think it's super based. The 7 kingdoms as separate entities, or the 6 kingdoms as separate entities, I should say. It's a lot cooler than this massive combined thing under the rule of King's Landing, especially with Hair in the Black, dude. Can you imagine what it would be like? That'd be a good what if that no one would watch on our channel, because it'd be such like a fanfic sort of thing. But like, imagine if Aegon the Conqueror failed, right? That'd be a cool what if, I think. Just Hair in the Black,
another what if
dominating.
We have another what if that I think would be really good if I think we'll do it when House of Dragon starts popping off again, or United 7 Kingdoms, that we get some ideas. Again, we don't want to blow our load too early here, but yeah, we get some good what if ideas. So yeah, kind of base, but great John Umber. It's just a funny arc for him, being like, I don't care for this little boy, and he's like, no, we need him as our king.
Dude,
like,
he's a psychopath.
Yeah,
he's a psychopath.
He's put him in the front. I don't know why Robb doesn't give him the vanguard. Just put him in the front.
Yeah, literally gets his balls flattened, and now he's like completely subservient or whatever. It's very strange. This is the North breeds psychos. This is what we're saying. This is why it's okay that Ned was, circumcised from the shoulders up. They all need to go.
Okay, I'm gonna ask the chat here. Which one sounds better, King in the North or King of the North? Which one do you think sounds better, Gator?
I mean, King in the North sounds too descriptive. King of the North, that's cool. It clearly tells me what his kingdom is. It's like King in the North is like, okay, do you rule over everything and you're just sitting in the North? Seems like a lot of place to rule from just the North. You're not gonna be able to keep a foothold on that. I like King of the North.
I like King of the North as well. It just sounds better. And also, of the North means like I own the entire North. King in the North just sounds like, I'm just one of them. I'm one of many kings in the North. I'm just King in the North.
Yes.
It's like, I'm also a king in the North, Oh,
that's cool.
Are you the most northern king though? Is that the thing? Okay, let me say which. Oh, look at what IJP says here.
What? Yeah, King up the North. Shut up.
Even
IJP.
if you did King up in the North, what if you did that one?
King up in the North? No, that sounds like shit. Too many words.
King of Queens.
That's it. Dude,
that's what we should do as a King of Queens. Like, my eyes are getting weary.
My back is getting tight. I'm sitting here in traffic.
In King's Landing.
Yeah. Well, where's a bridge? What's the name of a bridge?
Oh, the twins.
The twins' little bridge tonight. Till Sheik 599. Rickon is a psycho, though. He's going Lord of the Flies all on his own. Yeah, he's going to be all the kids. He's going to have all the personalities are just him. And then what's the pig's head's just the head of his dog?
It's going to be Sam Tarley's head, probably. He's going to find him.
I would.
Him up there.
Yeah, finally.
We were all thinking it, so.
Kill the sow.
I love the Jamie Catelyn interaction here. Jamie's just so confident the entire time, is not losing his composure whatsoever, and it's just so clear with him. I like this. I don't say it's trope, but it's this thing where villains in stories will always just tell you exactly the truth, even though you don't like their version of it. But it's like they're just being blatantly honest with you. And the heroes are the ones that have to like, oh well, I kind of have to spin it. I can't tell you everything all at once. So the villains are like, no, I pushed Bran out the window. Why? I thought I'd kill him.
Yeah, but why? Just go get some rest. Dude, he is spitting so much flame here, dude. Literally shitting on the old gods, macking on Karen Cat, low-key seducing her. She hates, dude. She's 100% into it too, right? I mean, she's 100% into it. Am I crazy? She just hates that she's 100% into it. Literally punches him because she's just getting so turned up. Absolutely loving it, right?
She's mad that she's feeling this way after her husband just died. She's like, dude, I'm just literally, I'm creating icicles in my crotch right now because of Jaime Lannister, and I'm still mourning the death of my husband.
It's so wet, but so cold. Yeah, but it's true. No, it's 100% true. She hates it. And look at those eyes. How could you reject Jaime? He just keeps negging her too. Like she keeps on kind of being frustrated with it, but she's coming back for more. If she really hated it, she'd walk away. Negging her, it works so fucking well. If she doesn't even care.
It works so well.
Out the window by the end.
Works so well. She frees him.
I know. That's what I'm saying. She literally lets him go. She doesn't even care why Bran was pushed out the window by the end. Like, why? Why? He keeps negging her, and eventually she just walks away.
The Bard, he needed more of this energy, Jaime's energy, while he's in the throne room. It might not have, he might not have done well because of, because Joffrey might not appreciate it. But if he had this energy that Jaime had, he might have, came out with both fingers and tongue, and maybe even Cersei might have taken him as the 10th person in line into her chambers.
Oh, dude, for sure. Look at Catelyn. Catelyn wants all 10 of Jaime's fingers and his tongue. I wonder if she was able to get a copy of that hand after it was chopped off. I wonder what happened with it. What happened? Do we know what happened to his hand?
Well, it was around his neck for however long, but I don't know.
Yeah, but after that.
Yeah, I don't think he wears it back to King's Landing, right?
No,
I think who's his name took it. Qyburn. He's like, I got some plans for this.
I know what I can do with this. It's like, Qyburn, what are you doing?
I love this scene. Love Jaime. Jaime's has to be one of my favorite characters in all of Game of Thrones. His arc, especially in the books, so much better. And I love Jaime. He's a good guy.
Oh, some hot takes there. Jaime is a good character, and the books are better than the show. All right, thanks for coming, guys.
That reminds me of the take whenever we talk about Pirates of the Caribbean, and someone will go like, I don't know, I like the first one a lot, but 2 and 3 it kind of loses that. And I didn't watch 4 and 5. Any person that gives me that take on Pirates of the Caribbean, I'm just
that's Uni's take.
I want to walk into incoming traffic. I'd rather walk in incoming traffic than listen to them give me any other take on anything else.
It's true. That's Eunice's take. Literally, that's his exact take. It's like, I like the first one because it was really dark, and then it just kind of, I don't know, it got a little campy. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Pirates 1, 2, and 3. Arguably, they only get better. 1, 2, and 3, and then 4 and 5. Yeah. That's like saying I don't like Game of Thrones season 6 through 8. Yeah, no shit.
Oh, dude, when people say season 1 of Game of Thrones is like the best and everything else is down after that, I'm like, come on, dude. Just stop.
Go to hell.
No. So now we are going over into the Lannisters camp, which Christian's not even here to hear this, but everyone's favorite line of
so good.
Everyone leave. Not you.
Dude, this scene is so good, man. It gives us these little, we get to see into Tywin's psyche a little bit there, you know what I mean? Because it's true, okay, no matter what we say about Tywin, he definitely resents having a dwarf as a son or whatever. He does. He resents having a dwarf as a son, but still, even Tyrion's like, why would I be Han? Like, whatever. It's like, because you're my son. He's still his son. He's still his son. It still matters to him. It's awesome. Okay, it's super cool. His armor is absolutely drippy right here. It almost looks like he's got a belly going on right here too, which is
Yeah.
an old man, like an old noble man. The muscle is cool, but the belly is essential. So I'm glad they're giving him a little belly action too.
Any person that thinks that Tywin hates Tyrion at this point, he makes his instructions very clear. You're going to go back. You're going to, because things are getting screwed up. Like Joffrey just killed Ned Stark, and your sister can't figure him out and keep him in line. So you're going to go there and rule in my stead as of right now. If you wanted him dead, if you wanted Tyrion dead, he would just keep him in the front lines. Be like, yo, listen, double or nothing for these hill tribes. You in the front, let's go, let's run it back. It's our winning formula, even though we clearly outnumbered these Starks last time we fought. Well, let's do it again. He doesn't do that. He sends Tyrion to King's Landing, and he's so clear about what to do. Right? Don't bring that whore to court. And what does Tyrion do?
Oh my dude!
Like it just makes me so frustrated with Tyrion.
I
like,
know.
Dude, that's what we should do. Is like instead of like, what if Tyrion wasn't tall, or what if Tyrion wasn't short? We did our video. What if Tyrion was tall? What we should do is, what if Tyrion wasn't a simp? If he was just, if you want to say a dwarf or an imp, whatever, but he actually wasn't ruled by the member between his legs and can just keep his grind set going, dude.
I know he's got like 3 shoulders, right? He's got a Gunner on one shoulder, a Coomer on another shoulder, and a Simp on the other shoulder. He's got like 3 shoulders. I don't know which one of them won in this situation. Yeah, it's either, well, we already knew that. I don't know if the Coomer won or if the Simp won or if it's like a hybrid of both, but they won in the situation. They were both whispering sweet nothings into his ear. None of them are good for him. And arguably all 3 of them won. Maybe they made a compromise. You know what? I think the compromise between the Goomer, the Coomer, and the Simp is, yeah, take the literally sleazy whore that your dad just told you not to bring to court. Bring that person to court. Do you know what I would give to have Tywin look at me and say, "You're my son"? You know what I would give for that? And Tyrion just takes it for granted.
I know, dude. Tywin's not even my dad, but for him to say, "I'm his son," oh, dude, that.
Please.
Yeah, I'm like Catelyn looking at Jamie right now, slipping on my seat just thinking about it.
Get back in that chair, my son. Get back to your disgrace.
It's so funny when Tyrion goes and reaches for like the whatever pitcher of the wine.
And he takes it away.
Tywin grabs it. He's like, "Slow down, little boy," and his face too. Tyrion's very expressive. I don't remember him being so expressive in the first season or many of the other seasons, but this one, especially last episode where he was it last episode where he was doing that weird, he was acting drunk and he's like, "Oh, I'm a good reader of people. That's what I'm good at." Yeah, I hated that acting, but yeah, otherwise, Peter Dinklage is a good actor and crushes the role.
He is. Sometimes I get sick of hearing his British accent though a little bit because it sounds fake a lot of the time.
And it is fake.
Well, it is. I know, but it's like there's just certain words where he doesn't nail it, and I feel like they could just easily coach that out of him, and then they don't. It's strange.
Or beat it out of him like his dad tried to do. Maybe he should have had Tyrion or Dan and Dave should have had Peter Dinklage get a train ran on him. Maybe he would have changed the way he was speaking. So
yeah, I mean, I want to kick his ass, especially in this scene when he gets romantic with Shay. I hate it.
Which it's crazy. I think Quinn the GM, our favorite YouTuber, we love him no matter what. You guys should all subscribe to him and give
our future attorneys as well.
Yeah, we're gonna yeah.
He's our
he made some comment and also posted something about that Tywin that Dan and Dave did not understand Tywin. That Tywin, Dan and Dave believe Tywin is a lawful neutral. And he's like, "What? You fundamentally don't understand the character." I would say Tywin's kind of lawful neutral. If not, he kind of the only reason why he shades to evil is just because we have modern day sensibilities to it all. And, a little bit, he basically pushes the limits of the system. But is that evil? Maybe I think the Taisha thing people might argue is evil, but
no, I mean, listen, you got to take it in the context of the time period too. Like, imagine what he'd be doing today. See, we almost got a little preview of Dracula Untold. Remember the legendary little end sequence with the Tywin's actor who plays Dracula or whatever in there.
Yeah.
That just teased me. That's like, oh, dude, imagine give me like an alternate ending for Game of Thrones where Tywin, he gets shot by Littlefinger, right? Or Littlefinger gets shot by Tyrion on the whatever Tyrion legendary scene.
Yes,
and it's like if anybody's ever seen the movie Look Who's Back, where the Austrian painter dies in the bunker or whatever, but then he wakes up again in modern day. That's what I want to see from Tywin. You know what I mean? Gets shot like dies in the toilet,
wakes up
in the middle of like New York City. It's like, what?
business mogul. He's going to rejuvenate the Lannister name through business and acquisitions.
Rejuvenate? Pass.
Oh. But you know what? Maybe that we'll talk about it. But we kind of did it in defense of Tywin video, but maybe we do that one, or maybe we wait until later. I don't know. But I want to do a Tywin in defense.
Tywin Lannister in the 22nd century.
I would love for us to talk about that because, like, yeah, we weren't there. We don't know what actually happened, guys. Chill out. This is all fiction. Calm down. We're all having fun. But do you know who's not having fun?
Who? Where's my son? Where is he?
Also, it's funny when she says that, and Mary Mazdur is like, "You understood the rules.
Like,
only death can pay for life, right?"
I'm pretty sure we had a mutual understanding that your son was going to be.
No, with the horse. Like this is
No, I know.
this is how Unius felt when he got that call at like 5 o'clock in the morning from that auto shop about the repair he had to do, and he's like, "Okay, that's fine, whatever." And then he wakes up, he gets his not clarity, but basically like that, and he just wakes up and is like, "No, that's not what it's supposed to be." The clear thing was the horse, right? When did she ever agree that her son was going to have to pay for it?
Luckily, Dany is such an idiot. She actually like believes Mary Mazdur. I feel like in this moment, she's like, "Oh fuck! Like I should have seen through that riddle." When it's like, wait, no, I shouldn't have seen through this riddle. It was clearly the horse. You brought in the horse. It was obviously the horse was the sacrifice. If not, what the fuck was the point of killing the horse? Why did you kill it? What's the point of that?
Yeah, was this warm up? Yeah, we just got to lube up of call before we actually get the main course going here. When we actually make the actual sacrifice.
Yeah, but it's like, at the same time, thank you, Mary Mazdur. Let's praise be upon her because she did us all a favor of, taking Dany down another peg that she desperately needed to be taken down. So we do all of our indefensive. We will say unless we actually see it, how like either through someone's point of view or in the TV show, unless we actually see it, I'm not going to believe exactly what people said. And I don't believe that Dany gave birth to this scaly, gross, little grotesque stillborn baby. I don't believe that for a second. Do you believe that's what she gave birth to? That was this nasty little boy. I feel like Mary Mazdur is just playing it up. Mary Mazdur has every intention just to twist the knife into Dany. I think maybe it's a little exaggerated. Like, I don't think that, like, you touched it and its skin came off and there were maggots inside it. Like, maybe that's a little bit excessive, but this thing was clearly like a stillbirth and it probably was super mutated. Didn't that even happen to Rhaenyra in the Greens versus Black era? I'm pretty sure that happened there, too. It was, like, kind of a weird mutant, like, the crustacean looking thing, maybe even. I don't remember. It's been a while, but I don't know. I think it was a freak. I think it was definitely a freak, but I'm definitely not the way she describes.
Everything she said has been like blatant lies, basically up to the point where Dany's confronting her on those cliffs. Like the whole death pays for life. Let's sacrifice our horse. Oops, I meant your son. Sorry, I guess it was just a spelling error here.
Good. But that scene where she's talking to her on the cliffs, like the one after this, that is a great scene. Yeah, that is a great scene, dude.
Thanks, Mike. It was basically Dom.
Dude, I hate Dom.
Dom sucks.
Yeah, Dom sucks. But no, go to that. Are you done talking about this one? If so, go to that scene.
I'm trying to see if I had anything else. Nope. That's basically it. Then we get Dany. Dany's with Call here. And did they say? I think they said something like, "Oh yeah, he likes the sun out here." How is Drogo communicating whatsoever about what he likes or doesn't like in this state?
Who says that? Was it Jorah that says that?
Yeah.
Or was that
he likes the sun? It's like, what?
See, Jorah's as big of a liar as Mary Mazdur, but at least Mary Mazdur is for a good cause, whereas Jorah, he's trying to get it in. Eventually he's like, yeah, let him have his last moments or her last moments with Call because I'm next up on the fucking roster. But I just let me read you got $20 little interruption here from Space Poe. When will Unius join the Discord? When the sun rises in the west, sets in the east. When the seas go dry and the mountains blow in the wind like leaves. When Space Popes get modded on the street. Whoa. Let's not go crazy there, Space Pope.
Yeah, a lot of those things could happen, but the Space Pope being modded is definitely not going to happen. So I guess that's when.
I hope you realize, Space Pope, you would have been a mod by now, like a long time ago, if you didn't want it so bad. And that's just a fact. That's just a fucking fact. Anyway, listen, the scene where they're talking on the cliff, I just love it, dude. Dany was triggered. so hard because Mary Mazthick unzipped and dropped that fat, the veiniest red pill that you could imagine on the ground right in front of Danny, and she couldn't help but take a bite, and she was so pissed about it that she has to order this girl dead because it was so true. Like, she's like the
Yeah.
epitome of everything we hate in this world, you know? It's like, oh, somebody's revealing the truth, kill them, right? Like, it's like the epitome of scumbag behavior.
Yeah, and she's very clear about like what happened to like was it Mary Mazdur is like, why would I have saved your son? He was going to be basically be like horse Hitler, you know, like he was going to mount the world. He's basically going to like mount the world as in like, I don't think the world gave consent. So I think that's a big old graping of the world by your son with his stallion dick. Like, do you not understand what your prophecy meant for everybody? And on top of it, she's like, you didn't save me from anything. I was literally raped by all these other women, or excuse me, these other men before they even came up, you know? So like, you didn't save me from anything.
Yeah, but it's just more self-entitled stuff. This is what she hates more than anything. More than anything, she hates accountability, and she hates like realizing her own flaws. But she can't even be mad. Like, she's usually like, sorry. Now, she's usually mad, but right now she has to kind of be sad and conflicted because, you know, Khal Drogo's dead. And by the way, look at him in this scene. He looks so skinny. Did they like do a body double and like paste his face on there or something like that? Doesn't he look tiny?
Yeah, it kind of does.
Look at his like
right
neck
here.
and shoulder area. Yeah.
I don't know if we get another shot of it later on, or a screenshot I've taken of it. I know we get other shots of him, but yeah, he looks skinny, he looks gross. But Danny too, like I understand Danny wanting to save her, like her husband, her love, right? It makes sense, but you know, Jorah is like, dude, we got to get out of here, otherwise they're gonna literally, you know, kill everyone, or they're going to assert their dominance, and you're going to be victim number one for them. And her not doing it is clearly just her being stupid and just like, you know, focused on her loved one. But even if she did, or even if Khal came back, do you really think he's going to be full strength? No, someone's going to take advantage of them. Like, there's no loyalty in here. And the loyalty they do have is wearing thin at this point.
Yeah, like her best hope would be to have him come back to life, and they go like run off together in like a nomadic way.
Yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And then like, but that's not going to happen because Khal Drogo, he's not going to do it. He'll die. Like he'd rather fight and die, you know,
Right.
Then go off with her.
away.
And she's clueless. Like, this is the best situation for her. I mean, she should have left a few episodes ago. What was it, last episode where Jorah offered like, Khaleesi, like, let's go. We could be miles away by now. It's like, yeah, dude, you retard. Like, imagine that's another good what if too. Although I would never want to make that video because it involves Danny and no one watched anyway. But I would like to see what the difference in her trajectory would be if she left with Jorah in that moment. She could have even gone back to Westeros without an army, you know, something like that.
Yeah. I know one of them we want to do is what if Viserys the third, Vizzy 3, if he stayed alive, for sure. I think we want to do that one here soon. But we love Viserys.
Yes, we do. The true Targaryen heir.
Our final moment. This actually scene was pretty good. Like, as much as we trash on Danny, her having to execute her husband after laying with him for however long, I'm like, oh man, that does suck. Imagine having to, you know, any person in that kind of state that you're a loved one of, you know, whether it's your parent, you could? Okay. Yeah. Good. That's the answer exactly what I want to hear, because me and you are both doing it to our wives tonight, and we're getting married tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. That's what the divorce was code for earlier. It's murder.
This is crazy too. Like, Danny definitely broke right here. Her idea is like, hey, I'm gonna burn my husband. Which, is this a Dothraki ritual? I don't think this is mostly a Targaryen one of burning their dead. They might do it as well for Dothraki, but yeah, Danny gets everything ready here to, you know, burn. And her whole idea is that she's just going to die with him. She had every intention of dying in this moment. She did not think this was going to be a successful blood magic resurrection of the dragons moment.
Yeah, so why did she then say, like, this is my Khalasar, like, those of you who want to go, go, but those of you who stay, you're a part of my army now. Like, psych.
She's an idiot.
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And for anybody who doesn't know, although you've all, I'm sure, read the books, and if you haven't read the books, then you've watched our video on it, but Danny's intent, book-wise, was to go in there and fuck Khal Drogo's dead body and then die in the process. That was her goal. And in the book,
one last
only
ride.
has blood magic in this moment. Yeah, one last ride. But in this, she's immune to heat and fire all the time, and she definitely knows that by now. So I guess maybe in this, she was like gathering her Khalasar because she knew she was going to survive, and it was like, look what I can do. Watch this. But if that's the case, then why did she even go in at all? Because she didn't know the dragon eggs were going to hatch. There's a 0% chance of that. So,
And also, I don't know if George has ever answered this question about is it only because the red comet was around that this was successful? Because like a lot of more things are happening. This red comet comes by. There's a lot of like magical events that happen, and then later on, we're just kind of coasting on those events. But I think in one of his, I think Preston Jacobs broke this down that in one of his short stories, this red comet is like it comes by and it like sparks magic or some development in countries or planets. It's science fiction novel. So I'm wondering if it's like the same idea. Like if it wasn't for the comet, none of this would be happening. And Danny's like one of the million shots only landed because of that.
oh yeah, I don't know if that's exactly the cause of it or whatever, but I mean, I'm glad he makes it ambiguous like that. Like there's so many things that could be caused by the red comet. We don't even really know what it is, you know. It's a nice, what would you call it, a plot device, I guess, but it's
Yeah.
even though it's not stated that that's what it's doing, would that still be a plot device?
I mean, I think it's definitely focused on in the story, right? It's not like it's in the background, like no one ever acknowledges it, right? It's definitely something that people look to, and it's a sign of something, right? So yeah, I think it's a plot device, but I mean, I guess we don't really see the impact of it other than people talking about it directly, right? It's not like, oh, the red comet. Okay, now we've been trying this ritual, every month, but now that the red comet's out, we should try it now, and it automatically works or somehow works. That's where I feel like you know for sure that they can directly link it to it, right?
Right.
Paul
You're right. Like always.
I know. King of the North wins of our. Which one sounds better? Thank you, Chet. You're back on my good side.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I like this scene where Danny's talking about what she says. You will not, or she's like something about the screams, and then Mary Mazdur is like right there in the back. You can see her on the right there. That Jorah's like tying her up.
You're not gonna hear me scream.
Yeah, not hear my screams. And she goes, "Yes, I will."
And then guess what? She does. So
I know, but she starts singing. She reminds me of that guy that was trying to scream about free Palestine. Remember the guy that lit himself on fire?
Oh yeah, that dude set himself on fire. Man, what the fuck, man?
That's what it sounded like. Mary Mazdur, where she's singing. Also, she's like, I couldn't hold it back.
Do you think you could do that if you were getting burned to death? Do you think you could stop from screaming? If you really tried, do you think you could stop him? You don't think so?
I don't think so. I'd definitely be screaming. Yeah, I'm a fucking bitch, dude. I almost screamed at work today because I hit my arm on something, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna internalize a lot of this right now. I was like, holy shit, that fucking hurt. That hurts so fucking badly. I'm like, okay, I'm not a bitch. No matter what my parents say, they text me every day about, I'm still not a bitch, and I got over it.
Okay. What do my parents say? Do they counter it or do they?
No, they really echo whatever my
they
parents
reinforce
say.
it. Okay, all right,
Yeah,
that's okay. I mean, same hometown, right? So
yeah, I also like this scene because it reminds me a little bit of I don't know. I got the Will Ferrell, Austin Powers vibe where she can hear him like down there or something.
Oh yeah,
I love that.
Off the cliff.
Yeah.
One of Will Ferrell's best moments, honestly. Will Ferrell, overrated dude. I think he's heavily overrated. But
he peaked in Austin Powers.
Yep. Good scene. He's wearing one of those little red hats like the Christians in Last Crusade.
Yeah, my soul's fine. How was yours?
They said something. That's a weird line. I just saw that in theaters when it came back. There's like a weird line right there. I can't remember. Oh, dude, did I say this? I feel like I said repeated myself on stream a lot, but I saw that movie a couple weeks ago in theaters. I think it came back for Father's Day, and for some reason, there's a scene close to the beginning of it when Indy realizes that his dad's been taken or whatever, and he goes to Henry Sr.'s house. Yes.
Yeah.
Did I tell you this already? And he's they're searching the house, and he's like opens it, and he realizes he has the Grail diary, right? That was sent to him.
Yeah.
And he just like looks up at the photo because Marcus is like, well, why do they want this? Like, what the fuck? There's this much over the Grail. And Indy looks up at the photo of just like Jesus, like on the cross, like that old timey art or whatever. And it just plays the fucking music from it, which is a great, amazing theme from John Williams, the Grail theme.
Yeah,
he's just like, do you believe, Marcus? And it's like, oh, dude, fucking chills, super epic.
Yeah, it's great. That movie is perfect. Me and my dad will always quote the Marcus knows a guy from here all the way to Cairo. He knows how many different languages by by luck already he already has the Grail, whatever.
Yeah.
And it cuts to Marcus. Like, does anyone know speak English?
Does anybody here speak? Yeah, Space Pope just quoted the previous line earlier, or whatever. Like Brody sticks out like a sore thumb. We'll find him talking about Unius because that is true.
Danny then lights the fire, walks in. It's a great moment, right? Everyone loves this. Such a sensible moment for her. And then she is born with dragons here, and
Dude,
for
why
some
does she
reason
have,
able
like-
to keep her hair.
She has massive traps in this scene too. Look at that for some reason.
She's just flaring out. She's like turning inwards, you know. And is this her real body in this, or is that a body double? Her the nude shot here. Does anyone know?
I thought this was. I mean, she does several actual nude scenes that are her body, but maybe not.
That's what I
this one.
thought.
I'm not sure. I think because then the one in season 6 where she like out of the what the
Yes,
it's out of Vastov
I know
rack,
she
right
will.
when it's all
Yeah.
blown up or burnt up. That's her real body. I'm pretty sure. So I don't know.
No. I think that one is a body double in that
You
one.
think so?
I
feel
think
like
so.
I remember her like in an
Yeah,
interview saying it was real. I don't know.
I know Cersei's one was fake for sure, but
Yes.
it's but Jorah immediately is like, I'm gonna get as close as I can to her breasts as possible. So I'm gonna get on my knees.
I know. God,
Yeah.
blood of my blood. What the fuck are you talking about? You're like a first man descendant.
You're not even a real handle. These idiots
Yeah,
just
I
call
know.
you that.
Yes.
And that's it for this episode. We end with Danny finally getting her dragons born here. It's a great ending to this season because now we're getting like this confirmed like big magic thing. Like this is really going to change the game. But yeah, I don't
Dude,
know.
I mean, I just Googled this real quick. Sorry, with the Amelia Clark scenes or whatever. And apparently, according to the most reliable source, random dudes on Reddit, and there's this one guy who has a picture. I don't know if anybody's ever seen a Yu-Gi-Oh card, like that's a test Yu-Gi-Oh card. You can kind of sell them for a lot of money. They're like just colors on a thing. His little avatar looks like that. So that's his credentials. Anyway, this person says that all of Amelia Clark's nude scenes were real. All of them? I don't know about that. But they also make the claim that the original actress for Daenerys that was in that, pilot that they filmed,
Yeah.
left the show because she didn't want to do any nudity at all and she was not willing to compromise, which is like, dude, I don't know if any of you guys have seen that before, but her look is so much better for a Targaryen than Amelia Clark. Amelia Clark looks like she came out of the 21st century and they're just like slapping her into this show. That original girl they got to play Daenerys, definitely not like as conventionally pretty, but she looks like kind of a freak.
Well, yeah, she looks like she could have been through some cycles of incest. Like there's something
she does
a little off
seriously.
with her. Yeah.
So
and she's very attractive. She's not like,
Yes.
she's ugly. She looks off just a little bit.
She does.
So.
And for Dan and Dave to like thwart their chance to have her on the show, like a visually like good looking thing for the time, dude, her eyes are, you could land a plane between her eyes. I'm looking at a picture of the original actress right now. Holy shit.
Here, send me the
Anyway.
link. I'll pull it up.
You want to? Okay, here. I'll send it to you.
Oh, please don't be too
Rule 34.
one man, one jar.
Come on.
Yeah,
Dude,
I've seen this before.
Yeah. Who hasn't seen that? All right, hold on.
Dude, we were so
Pasting now.
close. We were so close. We got 7 out of the 50 for our for what's it called?
For the stream next week?
For the stream, yeah.
Hey, listen up, motherfuckers. Guess what I have to do? I have to pay for a down payment on a house. You know how much the down payment is on this house? It's like $90,000. That's what you have to do nowadays to get a decent sized house, like raise a family. And it's disgusting. I am like trying to scrape together. I have like 5 weeks to come up with the money to for the down payment. And me and my wife, we have managed to like scrunch together about 60 grand. So we're 30 grand short right now for 5 weeks. Like how am I supposed to get 30 grand in 5 weeks? Honestly.
I got some ideas.
Yeah, I know. I have some ideas too, because I do not want to take out a loan, man. Our mortgage is going to be like $3 grand a month plus loan payments. No bueno. Anyway, check out this the original actress here for
Danny here.
Daenerys. Yeah.
Yeah, the one on the left looks probably better for it, I would think. But, I think they could have done a lot worse for Amelia Clark, or a lot worse of a pick than Amelia Clark. Even though not my ideal pick, it's just fine. She's fine with it. Who's Your Name is great. Rhaenyra's first actress.
Oh,
no.
Oh, yeah. What's her name
she-
again? Oh, it's so stupid.
not D'Ars.
Amelia,
Oh,
what's her name?
Milcock or something like that. Amelia. Oh, I don't remember because I'm.
What the? No, you're right. Cock is in there too.
Yeah, it's definitely
What?
something
Millie
Millie
something?
Alcock or something like that.
That's it. That's it. Nailed it.
Yeah,
God,
I
you're
got
so
it.
smart.
Dude, I understand why you're in love with me.
Okay, that's good.
But you know what we're thinking about, because we want to give not only good content here, but how can we, what kind of dance can these two monkeys here on stream give you to justify more dollars coming out of your pocket into ours? So I think we're thinking of some funny dances and songs to tap in front of you, being the little circus monkeys we can to justify. Oh, here we go. Yeah, Gator too close to home here.
Yeah, careful or else. No, hey, whoa. That's fine, dude.
But yeah, we're thinking of some stream ideas, some fun things to do. So
Heteriska. That's what that's called. But that wouldn't work, man. You gotta prove it like through your mother, like the matrilineal thing they got going. You gotta get like a testimony from a rabbi, and you gotta prove that your mom was a Jew. Yeah. Bravosi, okay. I'm sorry.
I'm dropping a link to the new channel we have, the Villain Lawyers. It's the same as the Star Wars one we had, which is funny. I think someone commented like, I didn't even know they had a Star Wars channel. It's like, yeah, we weren't really, we're putting out a lot of videos because there's nothing really to talk about in those videos. This Lex Luthor video we actually did a lot better than our other videos, both of them combined. So
hey, so for that for the Star Wars videos, we have 2 Star Wars. Did you?
I enlisted them. They're still.
I just saw someone commented on it, so they should only be able to watch it if they have the link, right? How the hell did they? Oh, I guess did they go on Twitter probably and get the link from we posted it?
Maybe, but that's weird if that's the way they found it, because there's other times.
Well,
I don't know how that works. I don't know.
Huh? Okay. Well, whatever. Either way, maybe we should. We still don't know how the algorithm works. You know what I mean? I don't want to be screwing up our algorithm somehow, but whatever.
I mean, like, yeah. If you want to delete them, we can delete them. If you really want them to be deleted, let's upload them onto Flaccid.
Honestly, we could. Why not?
Okay.
I'm not even joking. We should just do that.
Is this true? You never saw the show? Are you talking about just Big Step Bro? Are you saying?
You never watched Game of Thrones just from us? Hey, that's good, man. I wish there were more people like you.
Yeah, just listen to us. We'll tell you what's going on. So
look, Mike didn't even know. I'm a homie. I didn't know you had a Star Wars channel.
Oh,
yeah, Mike. Yeah. It's because you don't pay proper attention to us. That's why.
Yeah, Mike, you just come in, you flex on us, make us feel like idiots, and then you leave. So
yes.
Well, anything else you want to say? I think we're going to be doing a live stream a week from or 2 weeks from now, right? That's when we'll be doing it.
I don't know if we're going to do an episode review or not. We'll think of something.
We'll think of something, something fun, something interactive. Might be a tier ranking or something. But yeah, we'll figure out. We're gonna have a Hilt video coming out this week, so stand back and stand by for a new Hilter video.
What's it gonna be again? Did we discuss it? All right, let's end the stream and discuss it afterward. All right. Anyway, hey, wait. Did I set this outro video? I did.
Hold on. Let me.
What?
I'm gonna put our.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So it's in this. Watch this video now, and then I'm gonna. So go to this link here. I'm gonna do it the pin comment. Watch that video. Let us know what you think. Comment some horrible thing about us in there, please and thank you. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
But no end stacks, please. No end stacks in the comments. But anything else is all right. Yeah, looking at you, Chuck. All right. See you guys later.